So ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this video. My name is Schnell, I'm 17 years old, and as the title says, today we're going to be taking a look at my e-com brand that does right around 1K per day in revenue from just one product, how all of this started, how it's going, and most importantly, how can you do something similar. Now, after you've watched this video, you're going to know all steps necessary to build something similar for you as well. Before we hop into the video, definitely make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and most importantly, follow me on Instagram. You definitely don't want to miss what's going on there. Link will be down below. So now let's start from the beginning. If we take a look at the Shopify store right here, I started this brand right around 6 months ago in May. And if we take a look at the Shopify store, we can clearly see I started 10th of May basically. I was just testing this product out, but it immediately showed results. I think it was pretty much profitable or like break even day one, which is really good if you don't know. As you can see, immediately scaled up to right around 1K per day, even more really quickly. Now this already brings us to the first very important part of launching your own e-commerce brand, which is obviously the product. So back then when I launched this product, I was basically dropshipping, by the way, but when I started this product, I just did very basic product research. So you go online, scroll on social media. Right now, really important tip is to scroll on TikTok, find viral products. You can scroll on Facebook, you can scroll on TikTok, go through Amazon. And this is the most basic product research method. There are like thousands of more advanced product research methods, but I just found this product. It has an insanely huge market. Basically everyone can use this product. This is the reason why I decided to go with it. I personally use it sometimes as well. It is a problem-solving product. It is really cheap. It is very effective and it doesn't have any complications, like it's not an electronic or no skincare, or it's not a product that could damage the body or anything like that. It's a very simple, cheap, small product that actually solves a problem, and basically everyone can benefit from this. This is the reason why I went with this product. You can scale it really high, which as of now I haven't done yet. We will go into the results later in this video. Now you're probably wondering, how can you actually know if a product is good to sell and how can you find a good product? So right now a lot of people are trying to find the winning product, and to be honest, I would even say there are no real winning products anymore. Quite frankly, every product gets sold. All products you see on Amazon and stores, at the end of the day, people are selling them profitably most of the time. So it's really about the marketing angle and the way you can market it. So I've mentioned a lot of things to take a look when choosing a product already. How expensive is it? How hard is it to sell? What's the target demographic? And quite frankly, there is no right or wrong answer to this, but it's more of a personal thing. I personally would just start with your own hobbies and problems, because if you have experienced the problem the product is solving yourself, then you're probably gonna have an easier time marketing it and making the ads, etc. But to be honest, this product isn't really related to me, as that I have used it, but like I don't use it every day or something like that. So it's just a vague product I've heard of. Also, it's really important, I've tested a lot of products before this. Like, we're doing constant product research to find new winning product, like I just mentioned it, but to find products that work for us personally. So it's not like, it wasn't like the first product that it was working or something like that. You just need to do your research, test the products. And if you're interested in me doing a full video just on product research, make sure to leave it down in the comment section below and I can make it happen. So as we can see, we scale really high, and this takes us to the second very important part when it comes to launching your own dropshipping store or e-commerce brand, which is obviously advertising. But before we can do this, I'm actually giving away a free 30-minute consultation call in this video, and everything you need to do to win this free 30-minute call, where we can talk about email marketing, advertising, Snapchat ads, Facebook ads, or any e-commerce or business related questions you might have. Everything you need to do to win this free 30 minutes call is just comment down below what your biggest struggle in e-commerce or with your business. So in general, just what your biggest struggle with business is right now, and your Instagram handle after that. In case you don't have Instagram, you can also leave your email. and I will just contact the lucky winner in roughly 1 week. Now, if you have no idea on how to start advertising or marketing, then there are 2 routes to go. The first one is paid advertising and the second is organic marketing. Now, both of them are a really good way, and if you're the type of guy that wants to spend some money and wants to get sales fast, even if they might not be profitable, and you want to learn paid ads, then obviously paid ads is the right way to do. Just keep in mind you will need to spend some money, and you're probably not going to succeed with your first try. You're going to learn Facebook ads or like whatever ad platform it is. By the way, if you're starting paid ads, I would start with Facebook ads honestly. Google Ads is also a very great tool, but on Snapchat, TikTok, and all other advertising platforms, the algorithm isn't so good, so you might need to spend a lot of money to train the pixel. Also, there's not so much education on Facebook ads. For example, there are thousands of free videos on YouTube. So Facebook, if you're completely new, is probably the best way to start, or Google, as I said. Now, the second way, as I said, if you have no idea on how to market your product, is organic marketing, and I would even recommend this way. So what I'm talking about is you choose a social media platform, whether it's Instagram or YouTube, or honestly, like I wouldn't recommend anything else except TikTok. So just use TikTok, to be honest, except you're like a pro YouTuber or anything. But just order the product from Amazon, you try to sell it home. Make sure it's like a trendy or gadget product or something that looks cool on videos. To get your phone, make some videos, post TikToks every single day, and you're gonna get some sales guaranteed. There's actually one brand right now up for $2 million in sale. I'm not sure if they're gonna get acquired for that amount. But the interesting part is they started 1 year ago and basically only use TikTok to blow up. Right now they are doing some paid ads, but basically their entire business is built on TikTok. They have a really cool product and just made TikToks every day. That's basically the effect this marketing can have for you. Obviously, you will have higher profit margin, etc. So this is definitely the first thing I would recommend a beginner to start with. Now let's take a look at a wider range. So let's say until October, which is like the main period of this business. As you can see, we did a bit more, about $200,000 in sales. Obviously, this is not profit. Like, I shouldn't even need to mention this, but I obviously did not make $200,000 off this. The profit margin is around 15 to 25%. I'm not even sure, to be honest, but it's like around 20%, so you can do the math. As you can see, the first month, obviously May, I started like mid-May, so 13K is already pretty good. Then June was, as of now, the best month, 45K, and then it dipped a bit. So last month we did 33K in revenue, which to be honest is still really, really good. It's like more than 1K a day. The really, really interesting part, like, last month I stopped working on this business at all. Like I don't think I spent like more than 1 hour this entire last month to work on this business, which we will see in the results later in this video. Like, I had a huge dip this month, or like last month, but anyways, pretty good numbers for almost no work. Now let's take a look at the 25th of August, because this was the best sales day in the entire lifespan of this business. This business did 3.5K in one single day, which is pretty good. I mean, there are people making like 10K or even more per day, but for me as a 17-year-old, I'm pretty proud of this result. Now, as you can see, we did 160 orders in this one single day. And obviously, we can't fulfill this from AliExpress. If you're new to dropshipping, the normal way to start with dropshipping is to take a product from AliExpress and then just resell it. And obviously, if you have a business like that, you don't want to do this. Like, this has a lot of disadvantages. So this brings us to the next important part of running either your dropshipping business or rather your e-commerce brand. It is the fulfillment side. So obviously you can go ahead and just order the product from AliExpress. I'm pretty sure you can order 160 products in one day from an AliExpress supplier and he's going to fulfill it. So technically this should not be a problem. And I also started this with dropshipping, right? So we can't forget that I myself used AliExpress as well to fulfill. So I'm pretty sure like the entire first month I only ordered from AliExpress every single day. Already my VA did, but I'm gonna take a look at this next. But just in a long-term sustainable way, using AliExpress is that, or like any other dropshipping fulfillment method, like some website, it's probably not the best way. Now the right way to do is to order products in bulk and ship it to a warehouse. So what people don't understand is you don't need to have a warehouse in the US or your 3PL in the US. because for this business I have a warehouse in China, right? So all my products are shipping from China as of now to this date, but technically I'm not drop shipping because I'm ordering these products in bulk from a supplier, and there I have a 3PL basically in China. Now, would I recommend for you to have a warehouse in China? Probably not, but it depends, because for example, if 80% of your customer base is from the US, I would highly recommend to have a 3PL or some sort of fulfillment solution within the US. Now, the reason why I choose to stick with the warehouse in China is because I would say 50%, I'm not sure, but like a big portion of our customers are actually from Australia, and then another big portion is from the US, another big portion is from UK and from Europe. And quite frankly, we are not doing the numbers here to have a warehouse in Europe, in the US, and in Australia. So this doesn't work, right? To have multiple warehouses, you need to have a lot of orders, because you can't just have a warehouse in Europe and do, let's say, 20 orders a month. Obviously we do more, but every 3PL or warehouse has minimum order requirements, otherwise it just doesn't make any sense. So what you need to take away from this, if you're doing more than 10 or 20 or 30 orders per day, or generally if you just have a consistent number of orders, you should think of a different fulfillment solution than AliExpress. As I showed with my example, there's no one right way. I can't tell you just to do a 3PL in the US and it's always the best option. You just need to take a look, but generally speaking, 3PLs are always a very good way if you meet the minimum order requirements. If you, for example, make only like a couple of orders per day, let's say 5 or 10 orders per day, you probably won't gonna work with the 3PL in the US because they won't work with you. It's gonna be really expensive. Now, what you can do is you can order bulk to your home and just ship it yourself from there. Obviously, this requires manual labor and it might not be the thing for everybody. I personally wouldn't want to do this, to be honest, but you can think of many different options of your fulfillment method. Now, you might be wondering why you shouldn't fulfill from AliExpress for long term. And the reason for that is that it's really hard to control, because if you order, let's say, 100 pieces of your product at your home, first of all, you get a better price on the product itself. But second of all, you can control the shipping times, you can control the product quality. Sometimes, like with 100 orders, it might not be enough. But for example, for this business, if you order 1, 2, or 5 or 10,000 pieces at once, you might be able to put the logo on the product. You might be able to change the packaging, put thank you cards in it, put discount codes in it, and all of this good stuff that really legit brands do. This is only possible if you work with some sort of supplier or 3PL or ship your products yourself. Now, I don't want to keep this video too long, but one very important aspect of running a business like this is the operations side, so the day-to-day work. And as I mentioned, I barely work for this business and it showed some negative results, as we will be seeing soon. But generally speaking, I don't need to do anything and it will run. Now, there are multiple things you need to do for this, and for an e-commerce business, it is rather easy to do. So obviously you need people in your team to be able to do this. But even if you're like doing 5 or 10 sales a day, or like doing $100 a day, as long as you keep sales consistently and make some profit consistently, the first thing you should immediately do is to hire a VA, which stands for virtual assistant. These are people from around the world. You can just hire them remotely. And I recommend hiring VAs from the Philippines because they speak really good English and it's really cheap. And generally speaking, you pay a VA in the Philippines around $2 to $10 per hour. So if you pay, for example, a customer support VA $6-7 per hour, they're already getting a really good payment, which is above average for them in this country, and you're getting a really high quality worker that is really cheap. So this is definitely a win-win situation. I work with a lot of VAs in the Philippines, and this is the first thing you should do immediately for customer support, but also for order fulfillment. If you don't have an automated fulfillment system like you probably should have, this makes life so much easier, because I can remember with my first e-commerce stores, or like my first dropshipping stores, I spent hours a day doing customer support, because customer support takes forever. It's really a pain in the ass, to be honest, but it needs to be done. Like, there needs to be some sort of support for you or for your customers, but you don't want to do it yourself. So definitely once you hit a few sales, immediately hire a VA. Now, and as I've mentioned a couple of times in this video, we've only taken a look at the past 5 months. So if we take a look at actually this month here as well, so we have November, we can see we had a huge drop in sales. So if we take a look at November specifically, and the reason why I'm showing this to you is because I want to be transparent. I could just cut the video here and like show you guys I'm making 1K a day. Wow, that's cool. And then sell a course or whatever. But I obviously want to be transparent with you. And as you can see, last month was terrible, or like this month it's absolutely terrible, and there are multiple reasons for that. But as you can see, like the revenue dropped significantly, like almost like it's crazy, it's mind-blowing. But to be honest, like I have other businesses, other projects, so like I don't depend on this or whatever. It's like cool, I will just continue to improve on it and the revenue will come up again. But I just also want to show you the like bad quote-unquote sides of having like being your own boss or whatever, because like if this is your only source of revenue or like profit, and then you quit your job and then your e-commerce store runs great and the next month it just doesn't, then it might be a really challenging situation. So obviously I need to pay my VA, even if they work a little bit less for this particular brand, I still need to pay for them. I need to pay for all these subscriptions, I need to pay my accountant, for example, all of these fixed costs that just stay there. And if you don't have like any other businesses or projects to support your expenses, this can be really dangerous really fast, and a lot of businesses fail doing that because they think it's going great and the next month it just doesn't. So I just wanted, out of transparency reasons, show you this here as well. Now about reasons for that, as I said, like for example in October I did I think almost nothing for this business because I'm currently working heavily on a different project. So I basically did absolutely nothing. Like I didn't I checked the sales once a week, or like I don't even check the ads. Like I can't remember, like I've checked the ads a couple of weeks ago. So, but as you can see, it's still running, right? And I'm working currently with my Google agency to get some things back up. Obviously, I don't want to keep this long term. I want to scale it back up. So honestly, it won't be easy to pull this brand up again. I think most people right now would just quit and go to the next product. I think it has a lot of long-term potential, so I'm just gonna stick with it, and I'm still making profits. So like, why would I kill it? Now, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you liked this rather longer video today. If you have any questions, definitely make sure to leave them down in the comment section below. Also, make sure to follow my Instagram. I really hope you found this valuable, shared some insights with you. If you have any questions in this chat, just DM me on Instagram. I'm like always happy to help. I don't sell a course or whatever, so don't be scared to just DM me and I'm gonna answer your questions there. I really hope that you enjoyed it. Definitely make sure to subscribe for more e-commerce and in the future also crypto content, because this is gonna be really exciting what's coming in the next couple of weeks. Without further ado, I wish you a nice day.